Hey everyone, it's Emily. Welcome back to another puzzle vlog. I feel like there's nothing better than coming home from a long trip and having your own bed, having your own shower, having our own coffee. I've been away for a few weeks. It's been about 3 weeks since I've been back, and I know I've had other videos on my channel, but this is my first time filming since my return, and I'm excited to be here. If you're new to the series, it's where I just take you along through my week, show you some things that are puzzle related. Some things may not be, and it's just a way to show you some behind the scenes footage of my life and what it's like to be a puzzler. I also wanted to mention at the start of this video that part of this video is sponsored by Dinnerly, which is a meal subscription that I've been using for years. I will talk about them in a little bit, but right now I'm going to be enjoying my coffee and getting ready to film. I'm excited to film a haul video today, and I have some reels that I want to get done, and it's just like getting back in the swing of things, cleaning the house, unpacking. So this video is kind of like getting back into the groove, and I'm excited to be here and share with you guys. I will discuss my trip later on in the video as well, and I'm excited just to be home. So I'm gonna enjoy some coffee, get ready for filming, and in a little bit I'll show you what's for dinner. So let's just get into the video. So I'm just about to film, and this is all the stuff that has either arrived since I've been gone or stuff that I purchased at Puzzle Parlay, which was such a fun event. So I'm just going to film this. This box here I can't really show you yet because it's new releases by Wentworth. But there's some really fun like wooden puzzles. I have a couple subscriptions that I'm trying, and so that's what I will be filming about today. Now I'm going to be filming for a bit, so I will see you in a little while. This portion of the video is sponsored by Dinnerly. And can I just say how excited I am that they agreed to be a sponsor for my channel, because I already love and use them, and I'm excited to share with you what they're all about and share what's in this box, and we'll cook dinner together. If you have never heard of Dinnerly before, it is a meal subscription service where they provide affordable, delicious, and easy to prepare meals right to your doorstep. They offer a huge range of recipes to choose from every single week, including some vegetarian options, and they are always adding new, fun, delicious recipes to the mix. As I unpack this box and cook dinner with you guys, I want to give you my full, real opinion about Dinnerly, because we have been members since December of 2020. This was when I was in school full-time and worked full-time, so I really didn't have a ton of time to go grocery shopping and make dinner every single night. And if you are new to cooking, I highly suggest it, because Dave has learned so much about cooking and can follow the recipes himself. And we also used it when we were in temporary housing, when we didn't have a lot of kitchen space, and it's always been a great tool to use when we're coming back from a vacation, don't want to go grocery shopping, but really still need to have food in the house. So this is everything that was included in my box. This is for 5 dinners, so almost a full week's worth of dinners, and has most of the things that we need. They all always come with a beautiful, easy to follow recipe card, and here are just some of the ones that we've kept over the years so we can recreate some of our favorite meals, because we have loved so many of them. I love trying new recipes from them as well. So this is for a Lebanese rice and beef pilaf, which is completely out of the norm for us, but I love using Dinnerly to try new and different recipes. All of the ingredients always come fresh and pre-portioned. Sometimes they actually have more than you need in a single packet, especially with the spices that you can use on your own. We have tried a lot of other meal subscriptions in the past, and the reason why we have stuck with Dinnerly for so long is because of the affordability. We live in Washington State, which is one of the most expensive states for grocery cost. And I noticed that we actually spend a lot less when we have these meals in the house. For one, we aren't eating out as often or getting takeout, but also we have to spend less on groceries. So each serving, as we've had this for so long, usually ends up about $5 to $7 per serving. That price always depends based off of the meals that you choose or how many you're having for that particular week. But in general, it's been a lot more affordable doing these type of meals than other subscription boxes that we've tried in the past. Now, we always rate our meals, even if it's not dinnerly, 1 through 5. 5 being incredible, we'd love to have it again. 1 being ones that we haven't even finished. And very seldom have we ever rated something lower than a 4. And oftentimes it's just because I'm a wimp when it comes to spicy things. But in general, we've loved so many recipes from them. And I also love when they have one-pot recipes like the one you're seeing here, because it's just made less dishes and it was incredibly easy to make. So if you haven't noticed now, I'm a huge fan of Dinnerly. I mention it to my family all the time, even without a sponsorship. But if you're interested in trying it out yourself, they did give me a very generous coupon code where you use Emily150, which gives you up to $150 off your first 5 boxes and free shipping off of your first box. And can we just say, this meal had humongous portions. It was absolutely delicious. And we did end up having leftovers for lunch. Here is this dish, which holy food, Batman. Like, that's a lot of food. It's a huge serving.
Definitely it's going to be filling.
Yeah. Either it would have to be super hungry to eat all this, or I'm guessing you're going to have a lunch for tomorrow. Okay. We'll see.
I'm kind of
hungry. You're hungry? Okay. So let's give it a try. You're going to watch me? Okay. By the way, if you're new here, this is Dave, my husband.
Hello.
That's pretty tasty.
It's not bad.
So I'm really like this because I would never have picked out this meal on my own.
Not in our normal flavor profile.
Yeah, but it's just a good way to try new dishes that you may not have heard of or thought of. So we're gonna finish our meal, but thank you so much, Dinnerly, for sponsoring this portion of the video, and we'll go on to regular content.
Oh, that looks pretty tasty. Dad, what are you eating? Good morning, Mama. Oh, sweet baby.
Hey guys, welcome to another day. I feel like there's fur flying everywhere because I've been living in Oliver. I have been just busy on my computer doing a ton of work. I have a ton of emails to go through and DMs to go through and comments to comment on. And I also am currently transitioning my channel into like a business. So I do have like my marketing business, and my channel has always just like been under my name, but it's gotten to the point where I think it would be smarter to make sure it's all like going through the right channels through my business and then to me, all for like tax purposes and all that such. So that's what I've been doing today, is like moving things over from my name to my business name, because the Casual Puzzler is part of my LLC. You might be interested in that and how the business side of things works, because it is now officially a business to run the Casual Puzzler, which is really exciting. Now that I did a ton of work, like I've spent a few hours that I've been sitting there on the computer, I'm going to go into the puzzle room and film a reel, which I think will be really fun. If it's available, I'll show glimpses of it here or link it down below. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that real quick, and then I'm sure I'll be puzzling in the evening. I just wanted to touch base because I hadn't yet today, and I feel like this reel is going to be super funny. It is a little bit later, and I filmed that reel, which was so much fun. I love doing the funny reels over on Instagram. If you aren't following me there, I highly suggest it. If you ever want like a good laugh, I've been trying to be like bringing out my humor a little bit more, and it's been so much fun. So that was just a nice lighthearted thing to do. And I was just unpacking, and I thought maybe I should sit down and tell you guys about my trip and the puzzles that I did. Spoiler alert, I did not do many puzzles, and I'll just explain why, and I'll show you the few that I did do. So the reason I couldn't do as many puzzles is because this trip turned out to be much different than what we originally planned. We were going back to Maine to visit family. Both my family and Dave's family both live in Maine now, which is great. And we knew going into the trip that things might adjust while we were there. And I know I'm going to be very vague, but that's just to protect the people who are involved and to protect my family. I just don't think this story needs to be on the internet, but let's just say this trip was very stressful. We were traveling a ton to and from places, and it was very emotionally stressful. We did have a few fun moments. Like you guys know, I went on my family's ice cream boat, which was at the very beginning of our trip, which was before everything happened. And so that was like one of the best days. We also had our holidays party, which we had planned. And there was a couple other days that we like tried to protect just to make sure that we stayed sane and we didn't get too stressed. So I did have a ton of time to just like lay back and chill, do puzzles. We were really traveling all over the place. Dave was going about 3 hours a day to and from places to get things done, and it was a lot. And I just wanted to let you guys know, because I know I had posted that video where it's like, oh, Oliver. And even now, as we're home, we're still trying to like button things up and tie things all together, and it's been very emotionally taxing, very stressful. I feel like it has brought me and Dave closer together just because I feel like we're tackling this huge hurdle. I am so glad though that I was able to stay with my parents, because for one, that saved us so much money. And also it was just a way for us to de-stress at the end of the day, because we had a very busy start of the day and we'd be going up until like 7, 8 o'clock at night, and we were not really taking care of ourselves, to be honest. We were skipping meals, we weren't really drinking anything. So we'd have like this really crazy busy day, and then we'd go back home to my parents' house, and I feel like my mom always had like dinner ready, and it was just a way for us to de-stress and unwind for the day. So I really do love that we stayed with my parents for a whole bunch of different reasons. It also gives us more time to hang out with them since our day was really full with other stuff. So, you know, life happens, and I'm glad that we were there for everything, because doing things from here would have been impossible. You wouldn't have known what was happening. And I know, again, I'm being very vague, but it's just because it's not really my story to tell. But a couple of fun puzzly things that we did while we were there. My mom, one evening, we did play puzzle chess. I did not get it on camera just because it was late at night. The lighting was awful, but also it was one of the few times where I could just like sit and hang out with my mom. So we ended up playing puzzle chess. We did it we had this like 100-piece puzzle set where there's 4 puzzles from Smokey the Bear, and it was super fun. We definitely didn't follow the rules correctly, because the rules are like you make the border and then you can only like really pick up one puzzle piece at a time. And we did not really follow that with my mom's side. I feel like that was one of her like handicaps, was that she could just like pick up pieces and try to figure out where one is, where I would just like wait for her to be done and then be like, boop. So we played it 4 times. I beat her every single time, but it was still just really fun. If you aren't sure what I'm talking about, I'll leave the information down below from the National Jigsaw Puzzle Association. They have rules and such that you can follow. We tweaked them a little bit just to make them a little bit easier for my mom versus me, but I thought it was fun. I would definitely try it again. I'll talk about the puzzles I did at Puzzle Parlay in a different video, but I wanted to talk to you about the couple that I did end up doing. And so the first thing I got was this guy here by Pomegranate. This is one of their new sets for mini puzzles, and I will say this was the perfect thing to bring with me during this trip, because each puzzle is only 120 pieces and it's 2 double-sided puzzles, and I did treat them as like 4 individual puzzles. So whenever I had a moment, I was able to do a small little puzzle, and since it was such a stressful situation and it was so busy, I really didn't have too much time to like sit down and do a giant thing. But I also feel like I wouldn't have had the mindset to do a giant puzzle, because even one night my mom's like, do you want to do a puzzle? And I was like, not really. And so then we ended up I think that was the day we did puzzle chess. So this puzzle has 4 images. It's by Hilma F. Clint, and I think it's around $21 or so, but you do get the 4 puzzles, which I think is great. It is very sturdy and it has a beautiful case. I am working with them, by the way. This isn't a sponsored video, but I do make a commission if you use my links down below. But honestly, I want to get more of these because this was perfect. I ended up doing it in a few fun places, and I wanted to do it in more fun places for like a fun reel, but that just didn't happen. But I did end up doing it on my parents' boat when we were like traveling. I ended up doing at Portland Headlight on a plane in a hotel, and just like, and if I had an evening, I would just do like one side of it, but I just didn't film anything. So I actually did this quite a few times, and this was again perfect to bring with me. The pieces are beautiful. They are thick and chunky and stick together really well. I was able to do a pickup challenge for every single side, and even after doing it a few times, it still looks brand new. So I'm so glad that I brought this with me, and I will be buying more. This is perfect. And then the only other puzzle that I did during my trip, I'll put it on the screen. It's by Wentworth, and it is called Fantasy Garden, and what a stunning puzzle. I did it one morning because I was going to give it to my mom later in the day, and so I wanted to get the puzzle done, and so I did it with like the perfect lighting, and I only had like a cardboard box to do it on top of, so I just like did it real quick, and it was beautiful. The whimsy pieces were some of the cutest that I've ever seen. They were all like animals. There was a frog, there was a bunch of owl pieces. I'll put some of my favorites on the screen, but what a beautiful puzzle. Absolutely loved it. And now I feel like in the mood to maybe do a puzzle later on today. But first thing I need to do is clean off the puzzle table because I did the reel today and I did the filming of my haul yesterday. So puzzle table's kind of a mess. I feel like this whole room could use a little TLC, to be honest, but at least get the puzzle table cleared off so that way maybe I can film later today. It was still a good trip. I was still happy to see my family. I just want to kind of give you the end result, I guess, of that video was that I didn't do many puzzles when I was gone, and you know, it is what it is, and life happens. So yeah, I'm going to sit, drink my coffee for a minute, and then probably clean up the puzzle room. So it's mostly cleared off. Excuse the mess over there. I feel like everything in this room is like cluttered right now, and I really need to do like a deep dive clean of this room. But most of the table's cleared off. I do have my essentials out here, like my box top stand. I have my timer because I really need to do like some speed puzzling practice since I'm going to Portland Jigsaw Masters in like a week. So I need to do that. I also have just like my microphones, my regular go-to sorting trays, and then I have like this one random puzzle out that's been sitting on that chair for a while. It's one that I really want to do with my Reverie called Stories by the Campfire, and I love this image, so I feel like this is one I need to like put on the agenda real soon. So stay tuned. I probably will do that in a video soon. So I was just contemplating my background, so I cleaned it off a bit because I feel like a few of my videos recently, I'm like, this just seems like a lot, like it's very busy in the background. So I took out all the puzzles that were on the ground or on the shelving, and it seems just like a little bit, like I can breathe a little bit more, even though I love having the things behind me because a lot of people will be like asking me in videos like, hey, what's that puzzle? So I think I just need to switch out the little shelves right there a little bit more often, and I might change this big sign to maybe like a pin to hangable framed puzzle because that might make a little bit more sense than having this like weird gold thing. It got really busy when I added this shelving over here, but that's because I wanted my keyboard over there. So we'll play around with it, but I think I want to switch this out eventually to have a pin to on the background. I don't know. I'd love to know your suggestions. But let me show you the rest of the room because it looks like I like did a ton and I do need a sweep. So I think the biggest issue I have right now is that my puzzle shelves are officially full. And I did have some that I put in the kitchen cabinets that are in the garage, which I totally even forgot about. So I'll have to go through those too. But right now it just seems like chaotic. And I'm someone who doesn't like to have excess. And I feel like right now I need to go through my shelving and see what can go. Tonight, me and David just gonna chill. He should be home in a little bit. We've been trying to go for walks in the evening, so that's been really nice. So we're just gonna hang out together, and then I'll see you back here tomorrow. Hi guys, it is the next day. I just spent a ton of time editing a haul video and got that up, and it's already 1:30. Like, where did the day go? But rest of the plans for today, I need to clean. I feel like there's like boxes and such everywhere, so that's what I'm gonna do off camera. Then later on tonight, I would love to actually sit down and puzzle. I haven't done it yet since I got home. And as you saw, I didn't really puzzle in the past few weeks besides at Puzzle Parlay. So I feel like I'm getting back in the mood where I want to puzzle. I thought I would just check in with you today. I don't know what me and Dave's plans are this afternoon, but if it's anything fun, I'll let you know.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay, you can sit on that bike.
Oh, thanks, babe. Oh, I got ice cream on my face. All right, so what'd you get?
Huckleberry.
And I got the mocha almond fudge.
How was it?
It's pretty good.
This is awesome.
Yeah. You got a nice shady spot. It's not too busy. Good plan.
This place sucks.
Yeah. Because it's too far away.
Oh my God, can you imagine if it were closer though?
We'd be going way too often.
No.
Good spot if ever you're coming up to Western Washington. Great, so this is the puzzle that I chose after way too long of trying to decide, and I think this will be fun. It's 1,000 pieces, but it's like a gradient kind of, sorta. So it doesn't look like super chaotic, and it's called the Gardener's Palette. It's just like a ton of flowers. I think this is going to fit. I think this is one of their newer ones, but I actually got it thrifted for $5 because it was on sale. So I think this will be a good segue back into puzzling after almost a month of me really not doing too much. So let's get started. So I'm not sure if you can see me very well, but I'm gonna apologize for the angle now because I can't find the connector for my tripod so I can do overhead shots. I know I had it. I think it might be upstairs, but Dave's sleeping, so I can't find it. So for tonight, I'm going to be having you over here on like a different random tripod. And we're just gonna get into this. Hopefully all the pieces are here. Again, it is thrifted, but we'll see.
Open air, side by side we sway there in all the colors. Summer love, lonesome dove, folded on the lawn chair in all the colors. Summer love, remember when we were getting nowhere fast, when the garden won't stop giving back honeysuckle, fresh cut grass. I could really use some stuff like that. Talk to me and tell me all that you've seen, all the colors. Summer love.
All right, so it is the next day, and last night when I stopped the camera, I of course kept going, so I was just like one more piece, and then I did quite a bit more after that. I still can't find a little tripod attachment, so still gonna be a weird angle, but I'll show you where I'm at currently. It's an interesting puzzle because I'm normally someone who doesn't like doing flowers, and I think it's a little bit easier because it is broken up by color, but now I'm into certain areas where some colors might be in a few different areas, so it might be a little tricky, but I'll show you where I'm at. Are you saying something? Really? Oh my goodness, what's going on? Yeah? Did you think I was talking to you? So here's what the puzzle is looking like. Have all the vertical lines mostly done, missing one piece here. And then we have some big chunks done over here. So definitely have more of the pinks and the purples left. So we'll continue on. What is going on, sir? Oh my gosh. What? Oh my goodness. That's quite the story.
Memories washed in every shade of green and all the colors. Summer love. Remember the lazy river day canoe.
All right, it's a little bit later. I was watching the Olympics with Dave, the opening ceremonies, and I did finish the puzzle earlier, which was fun. Flowers aren't normally my go-to pattern when I'm puzzling, but I think just having it as a rainbow was pretty fun. I'll let you guys see what it looks like. Here it is. Very bright, very colorful. I'm someone who's not really like very fluent in all the different flowers, but it's pretty. All right, so I think I'm going to start this one next, which is by Pomegranate, called Flower Mandala. It looks so crazy. I don't know if I'm going to film this or not, but I'll definitely give you updates along the way, just because it is late at night, but it looks so cool. I feel like you should be so proud of me. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of sorting pieces, but I did a somewhat decent sorting job than what I typically do. I'll show you what I did. I will also sort by how many nubs there are per piece shape, because if you are new to this style of puzzle from them, they are hexagons. So there are 6 sides. So I divide them up by like 1 through 6 of how many they actually have, which made it a lot easier last time because originally it wasn't much to work with, the other one that I did from the same style of puzzle image that they do. So let me show you what I did, and I'll let you know my progress by the end of the night. So here is the center pile, and then the next layer up, and then the next layer up, because if you see the image, so that's like that center circle. And then we move to the lighter blue, and then the darker blue purples. Over here we have the starting of the grass, so we have like the dark purple with the grass. We have all the flowers, which we'll deal with at a later time, and then the edge pieces. So, you know, more than my usual sorting. Once I get to here, I'll probably have to sort by the piece shape or how many nubs there are. So that's my plan. I'm hoping to get through these pieces tonight. I don't think I'll get to the flowers. All right, so I'm going to call it a night just because I am a little sleepy, but I got a lot of the houndstooth. That's what it kind of reminds me of. But this actually went way faster than I was expecting. I didn't end up sorting by the little nubs because I really didn't need it. I was just taking one piece, going around the circle and finding its place, and that worked perfectly fine. So it was actually a very quick process, but I'm sleepy, so I'll have to continue on tomorrow. Do you see a Loki? What you doing, bud? So hello, it is the next day, and I'm just about to sit down and do a little bit more of this puzzle. I think this might be the last day of this video, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. It's Saturday. I don't know if I mentioned that, but it's beautiful out, so I think I'm going to do some puzzling. Dave is taking a nap because he actually had to work this morning, and then maybe later, I might want to go for a bike ride, maybe hang on the hammock, maybe just hang out with Dave. So that's the plan, but I really would love to finish this puzzle during this video. So it's so fun. It's so pretty to look at. But now I'm in the tricky part because me and flowers and leaves usually don't go well together. So yeah, I'm going to get started with this. right, here is the final puzzle. This is beautiful, like the coloring and the pattern is so different. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for Dinnerly for sponsoring. Again, all the information will be down in the description if you are interested in it. But we've had almost all the meals so far for the week, and every single one has been really good, and the portions have been huge. So love them still and happy to be working with them. So thank you so much. That is it from me. I hope you are doing well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.